Hey guys, we'll get started right after this fun message.
It's the winner.
Okay guys, so as per usual, when I try to fire up a live stream, I had some technical issues, but I think we should be good to go now. For some reason on StreamYard, I just can't get it to go full screen, but I think that's still not too bad. Hey Blue Unicorn, good to see you, and Lassie. What I'm going to be doing today, I think Niels Han Dynasty might come in, but he's been giving me a bit of suggestions on dealing with this lawn with all the leaves. So I already took the leaf blower that I've got over there and blew out a little area just, you know, so I can be set up here without sitting in leaves. But what I'll do, especially for the purposes of this, is I'll just hit it with the leaf blower a little more, and then I'm going to mulch it. And you guys should see that even as I mulch it, especially if we get a bit more wind, the leaves will just keep coming down. So let's hit it with the leaf blower a little more. I also wanted Neil to see how ineffective the leaf blower really is. So here we go, just give me a second. You'll probably hear it. That should be enough. That's unpleasant. Yeah, that's a lot of leaves, man. Try to give you a little better angle. And that camera actually makes it look fairly deceivingly small yard. But yep, that's exactly what I got, Blue. So I'm going to bring out the mulching lawnmower now. I just want to top it up with fuel, but I'll do that in the camera so you guys can see me get going. And I'll take a good little rip at it and then take a break. So I'm on that right now. So the way this, oh yeah, the noise. It is unpleasant. The way this mulching lawnmower works is when you're pushing forward, it chops the leaves up a little bit, but it's when you pull it back over, so it's going backwards on it, that it really mulches it quite effectively. So I'm just going to top her up with fuel, and then we'll get going on that. She's almost empty. So this should be sort of fun. Yeah, I just was, Lassie, a minute ago. Yeah, we got some rain last night, so it's not gonna do an awesome job, but we got to get her done here. It's nice and warm today, so I'd rather do this when it's above freezing than below. And I'm going to end up having to do this probably 2 or 3 more times, because as you should be able to see, like, there's still quite a few leaves left. Still quite a few, so I'll try to stay in the camera view here. We'll see how she goes. Yeah, you can get a decent view of that, I guess. So, yeah, it's a lot of leaves, man. It's deceiving. This backyard's a little bigger than it appears. So I just wanted to take a quick break here to see if you guys could hear the motor on that bogging down when I went through the deeper leaves. Like where I did the leaf blowing, it's a good foot or two deep of leaves in that sort of ridge area, and that's why I did that first. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but I actually even had the front wheels up in the air a bit, just to help it out through that. So I'm killing the planet. I know, man. He's gonna block my bank account probably. He'll freeze it. I've got almost nothing good to say about Trudeau. But in any case, I'm gonna get back at it in a minute or two. I just wanted to see who is in here and where we're at. And yeah, this mower actually, you know, has been around for a long time. I bet you this thing's 15, maybe 20 years old. And it's front wheel drive, which is nice, but we've had to replace the front two wheels on it because the gears on the drive are plastic, and I guess just from a ton of use, it stripped the gears on that drive, so it was effectively not driving at all. And I don't know, I do an oil change on it every spring and sharpen the blade 5 or 6 times, but it's a pretty good one. Yeah. And even when you got decent sized twigs, it chops right through it. It's a little bit small of a lawnmower for this yard, but okay, just so you know, up there I'm live right now. Got a cute little Pomeranian watching. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing to my yard?" Okay. I gotta get a better setup for this camera, but it's doing okay for now, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to do a couple more runs on here with this, and then I'll come back. Just so you know, I'm live streaming right now. Okay. I'm live, so everything you say is being recorded, and if you're on the camera, are the dogs coming down?
I'll leave them out.
Okay. Okay, we're going to keep going here. Yeah, I don't usually take this many breaks, but yeah, Lassie, but you've got all sorts of animals that love picking through the grass, so I want you guys to feel free to post your links in the chat. Lassie, I don't know if you subscribe to Blue Unicorn or not, but man, is he ever a creative musician. I caught part of his live stream last night, and he's one of those guys, he's one in a million. So part of the reason that I'm doing this live is because, once again, Neil was saying get out the leaf blower, which I did. I've got it set up over there, but that's really just step one, because the leaf blower brings it all into piles for you. But then what do you do with that? Well, what a lot of people around here do is they put it in yard waste bags and put it out on the boulevard for the city to take it away. Hey, Conscious Stacker, good to see you. Yeah, it is. Like, I haven't even done that much. It's about 60 degrees here, and I actually this is embarrassing, but I actually worked up a little bit of a sweat on that already. But so in any case, where you've got a lot of big trees like that, and they're dumping leaves on your yard, rather than raking it, going through the effort of putting it in yard waste bags, dumping it on the boulevard, I strongly recommend get a mulcher, mulch it all in. And it's not exactly the same as like top dressing your lawn with, nice soil, but when you mulch it like that, it helps the leaves break down, and it helps add nutrients back into your yard. So I think that's a good idea. Definitely an advocate for that. And there's lots more to do. I've never shown the front yard on this place, or at least not in many videos. But the front yard gets dumped on pretty good too. Yep, nutrients, exactly. Yeah, Conscious Stacker, I gotta take a break. Let me make sure, I want to make sure you've got a wrench in here. You do not have a wrench. Just hold on a second. There we go. Can you guys confirm that the audio and the video are decently crisp? Let's see here. I'll regret that. Why? I think you're being sarcastic. I'm already subscribed to you. Conscious Stacker has 99 videos. So there's Conscious Stacker's link. Since you guys don't want to post your own links, but you can always feel free to post each other's too. And that's a good way of actually double checking and making sure that you're subscribed to people that you may think that you are. YouTube is notorious for unsubscribing people, especially if they're not active on a channel for a while. Okay, so there's Lassie's link. And I want you guys to make sure you're subscribed to Blue Unicorn as well, especially if you like music. So I'm going to get his in here too. But technically that's part of community, right? Everyone should be linking up with everyone. You don't care about subs? Well, that's fine. No worries, Conscious Stacker. I appreciate you stopping by. And I'm gonna get back to mulching this yard in a few minutes. Look at that, I lost all my viewers as soon as I started posting their links. Or at least according to StreamYard I did. But don't worry guys, I'm gonna get back at this in a minute or two. Should be able to see the sun is just about an hour or two away from setting. I'm going to keep going on that part of the yard next. What would be really cool is if I could have, yeah, absolutely. I put your link in there too, Stefan. But yeah, feel free if there's any videos that you wanted to feature that you thought were especially good, go for it. Let's see if I can actually move this over here a little more. That might give us a better view. There we go. Because that's the area I'm doing next. We're going to keep going with it right now. Here we go. You know, it doesn't get done very quick when I keep taking this many breaks, but that's okay. It's coming along. I might actually even switch this recording location. That still gives you a decent view though, I guess. Similar weather there. While I was out doing those last couple runs there, I somehow had a feeling that silver wolverine popped in. But I was mistaken. That's okay. So what we've done here, guys, for anyone new that just popped in, is we started with the leaf blower, which I got over there, just to blow the leaves out from the house. They were piled up about 1/2 foot high. So I blew them out first, and then now I'm taking that lawnmower, which seconds as a mulcher, and we're mulching them down. So far I've got, I'd say it's about 1/4 of this yard done. If I did it all in one shot, it would probably take about 45 minutes. But I don't mind taking a break every once in a while, as long as you guys don't mind. I'm thinking of moving my setup over there and then aiming it there, but maybe that won't be any, that may not actually be all that much better. Oh no, my lighter just died. Hold on. Okay, well that's not going to happen again. Because now I got this guy here. You can't even see that. Plus I gotta be careful not to melt the actual camera. There's always that too. What's this audiobooks that you posted, Lassie? Is that one of... no, that's not... Oh, maybe it is one of your YouTube... Is that one of your YouTube videos where you're reading? Anyone in here that's just lurking or watching the playback, definitely check out Lassie Farm's channel. He's got a... It's kind of like my channel in that it's a variety channel. He's not focusing in on just any one subject. But, oh, there's a hawk. Hawk just landed in that tree. Dang, this camera's not picking it up. If you guys go to full screen, he is in the tree. See the two trees in the middle of the screen there? He's in the tree on the left. You can just see a little piece of his white. There he goes. Now he popped over there. Yeah, I might do well to get a better camera, but this was pretty cheap. Hey Lassie, were you able to see that hawk even when he flew away at all? I'm pretty sure that was, there's a couple different names for them. Marsh hawk, red-tailed hawk. That's what it was. It's one of those guys. Hey Bob Thompson, how's it going? We've already started with dealing with these autumn leaves. I blew them out from the house. I don't know if you can see, like even right here, you know, they pile up like crazy from all these trees. So I took the leaf blower to get it away from the house, and then now I'm taking that lawnmower, which also does mulching, and we're mulching them right into the lawn, rather than doing what I consider to be a waste of time, which is raking. If you've got a decent yard, I think you're way better off mulching than raking. It's good to see Richard Metcalf as well. Yeah, you know what? Richard, I work pretty much every day. It's very, very rare that I would get a chance to go fishing. I'd have to give up my life on YouTube. YouTube is probably the second most time-consuming activity that I have. I'm gonna move my location a little bit here. Hold on. Because I want you guys to be able to see. So we'll move this guy over here. And I hope this doesn't kill the stream. The last time I tried moving, something happened and it actually killed the stream. Yeah, that'll do it. There we go. That should give us a little better view. We got a ton of leaves falling right now. Check them out over there. Okay, let's give it another rip here. We'll get a couple more rows done. Then I'll take another break. See how that actually cleans it up pretty good, especially if you go over it twice. But I can guarantee you, I'm going to have to do this whole yard at least 1 or 2 more times before all the leaves come down. You should be able to see there's still quite a few that need to come down yet. Look at a zero turn. The stream's cutting in and out on you. I'm gonna go back and clean up that area next. Let's see. Is anyone else experiencing the stream cutting in and out on you? The zero turn. Okay, yeah, I've seen those. That'll get her done quick. Yeah, that would be a luxury item for me. The other thing I'm planning on doing this winter when we get all the snow is I'm going to actually take the snowblower out in the backyard here and put some paths in the yard for the little dogs, because once you get more than 5 or 6 inches of snow back here, the little dogs have a tough time getting through, and they just love it when you usually I shovel the paths, but I think this year I'm going to take the snowblower to it. Only thing with that is you got to make sure you got all your branches and large twigs picked up first, because you don't want that going through the snowblower. And so I would say we're about half done this yard now. About half done. I think the total time that I've actually been doing anything out there is maybe half an hour. Not even, because we've been live 41 minutes, so I think half the time I've been sitting here talking to you guys and half the time I've been mulching. Hey, Life's Magical Journey, how's it going? We're just cleaning up the yard here because all these leaves have been falling, so you should be able to see I've mulched this area here, and I took a leaf blower to the area first, but it's getting it cleaned up not too bad. For anyone that's not familiar with Life's Magical Journey, she has a really good channel. Most recently she's talking about manifesting things into your life and into your experience intentionally, which is much different than what a lot of people do. Just kind of, and I'm not saying anyone here does, but a lot of people just kind of coast through life and feel that it's most of their results are due to fate. And Life's Magical Journey takes a totally different twist on that. And I've found, I've learned a bit listening to her, but a lot of it I've kind of already been aware of. But for anyone that's not aware of how to set goals, achieve goals, manifest things into your life that you want, definitely check out Life's Magical Journey. Yeah, there you go, Lassie. Just doing my time. And but at the same time, I take a look at what Lassie Farm has done with his channel when he started out, maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And you, in my opinion, have intentionally worked that channel. And I'm pretty impressed with the amount of content you've put out. And the quality is definitely getting better. And you know, your channel's growing. I love that last one. What was it? Hillbilly. I forget the title of that. You should almost put the link for that one in here. In fact, you know what? Forget that. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to share it with you guys. Watch this. Just give me a minute. I'm assuming, Lassie, you don't mind if I play that here for you. Let's see how I do this. Hold on. Oh, you took it private, man. Okay, well, I'm not even going to bother trying that. I was going to try to share screen it and play it for everybody. Some neighbors were unhappy. Anyway, I thought that was one of the best ones that I've seen, especially that laugh. But effectively, for anyone that's watching this or watching the playback, Lassie lives out in the country, in the rural area, and there's lots of hillbillies and people like that out there. And I guess the one day he was out at the end of his driveway, and some hillbilly in a pickup truck came up to him, started giving him some advice. And Lassie, also known as Stefan, recorded it. He was like, "Have you ever been on YouTube?" And then it was just the laugh. The laugh got me, and then this guy takes off in his jalopy pickup truck, burning. Well, he probably burns a quart of oil in that thing every week. If that's the link, I'm going to play it. Let's see. Let me see. Hey, Auntie Jack, good to see you. Holy cow. Auntie Jack wants to put me to work.
The Respect of the Men.
That's a different one. Okay, so the link that Stefan just posted is The Respect of Men by Jack Handy. And one of the cool things that he's been doing is going through some books and favorite movie clips and things like that, and just highlighting the stuff. LNW show, it's good to see you. After I finish mulching this, if we've got a decent crowd in here, I may post a link, see if anyone else wants to come up. But I don't know if I'm ever going to get all this work done. Look at what Auntie Jack's got for me. Wax and detail all through cars, clean the whole house, do the laundry, then start the chicken pie dinners, and a triple fudge dark chocolate brownies. Right on. That sounds good. So for LNW and everybody else that doesn't know, I'm just cleaning up this yard here. And I know a lot of people will spend a lot of time and effort raking their leaves and then piling them into yard waste bags and throwing them out on the boulevard. And, I don't think that's the way to go. I think the way to do it is just mulch them right into the yard. It's free nutrients. And for anyone that doesn't know LNW show, he does quite a few karaoke streams. I haven't seen him on a whole lot recently, but he was pumping out a lot of them before. And then we've got the lovely Hoot Owl Holler in here. Always good to see Hoot Owl. And CCT. Cyber Curtain Twitcher comes to us from the UK. And anyone that's got friends in the UK or is in the UK and is interested in coin collecting or precious metals, he's a fantastic resource. And I think it's fair to say he's in on Salivate metal streams just as much as I am. And then we got Big Chap. Hey, Big Chap, good to see you. Last time Big Chap was here, I was doing leaf angels. Angels in the, like snow angels, but in the leaves. Big Chop is an awesome guy. I think you're in Michigan, right? Definitely subscribe to Big Chop. You guys should make sure you're subscribed to everyone here. Yeah, I'm just taking a quick little break here. I go with the mulching for 5 or 10 minutes, then I take a 5 or 10 minute break, then I hit it again, and that's where we're at now. I'm going to go back over this area next and clean that up a bit more. So let's see if I can adjust this camera, and I'm going to do that almost right away. Just to clean that up. You'll see how nice a job it does. And before I do that, I want to make sure everyone in here's got a wrench. The other thing, Southwest Michigan, okay. Yep, no snow yet. CCT, it's about 60, maybe 65 Fahrenheit here right now, but there's a good chance we'll get snow next week. And, for anyone that doesn't know Big Chop, check out his channel and go to his community tab. He's got some amazing memes, and he also did the best video edit on that song, Rich Men North of Richmond. You'll definitely want to check that out on Big Chop's channel. Absolutely. So let's do a couple more runs of this mulching here, and then I'll take another break, and we'll see you soon. We're going to hit this again. There's a decent specimen. Get all kinds here. I guess you could sort of see me doing that. You got palm trees there, CCT? Yep, and then that's the other thing, for anyone that doesn't know Big Chap, he's frequently a co-host on Ronnie York's channel. And sometimes Ronnie York's a co-host on his channel for live streams. Keeping people up to date on what's going on with politics, geopolitics, and the fake news. Correcting the fake news, I should say. Show the leaf again. Oh no, I think I threw it out. But you know what? There's more. What did I do with it? There's so many of them. I think that's the one there. Wow, like there's so many of them. It's incredible. They're literally everywhere. In fact, what I'd like to do is take you out into the backyard there a little further. I might just try that. The only thing is there's a risk. What I want to do is take you out there so you can see the yard off to the left, which is all natural setting. Only thing is, in order for me to go live, what I've done is I'm actually plugged directly in to the modem through this blue Ethernet cable, and it's a 50-foot cable. The problem is, for anyone that does a lot of live streaming, you'll find out pretty quick that going wireless is not the way to go. And I've messed up so many live streams, including karaoke songs and stuff like that, where I'm just using the Wi-Fi. So for me to bring you out over there, I just got to make sure that I don't kill the live stream. But I think I might do that in a couple minutes. Independent Many, good to see you as always. Independent Many is one of my favorite moderators. She does a fantastic job, but as much as I'm grateful, I don't want you to feel obligated to be posting links left, right, and center. I know everyone that's in here appreciates it. And Auntie Atjack is actually a fantastic moderator too. And so is Hoot Out. Like, everyone in here is good. Everyone in here is good. I gotta make sure that Auntie Atjack's got a wrench too. Yep. So what we've been doing, India, is, and I'll take the leaf blower out in a minute too, next time, is we started by getting all these leaves away from the house. I already took the leaf blower to it, blew it all out here into a ridge, and then using that lawnmower that also mulches, we've got about half the yard mulched now. Still more to do, but well, and it's different too. Like, if you don't have good internet or you're not on a computer, moderating can be very difficult. But Big Chap's good at live streaming though. I've not seen many Big Chap, but you know who I miss and who I haven't seen anywhere? Maybe you guys can tell me. If anyone's seen Finding Kino. And it's the strangest thing. It was almost synchronized with when Shane Phelps passed away. Okay, as long as he's okay. It was just that, and I mentioned it a few times in live streams before, and he used to always, there'd hardly be more than a day or so that would go by when I wouldn't see him. And I even checked on his thing there to see on the community tab and everything else if he was around, but didn't see any recent posts or anything. So I'm gonna take this leaf blower again, just to clear out by the house, and I'll let you guys share with it too. Of course, I got this microphone here, but these things are directional off the side. A lot of people think these microphones that you speak into that part there, but it's actually not true. It's actually you speak into that part. So because that's facing me, hopefully you won't hear the leaf blower quite as much. Let's set that up, and we'll just blow these leaves back out again. You'll see how quick they come back. They come back really quick. Here we go. For some reason, I feel like you guys won't get a good view of that. You should be good there. Get her done. So I guess you guys probably couldn't tell, but I actually I walked in the house with the leaf blower first and used the leaf blower to get everything away from the house first. It's actually they're not that good. Like the leaf blowers are sort of like a lazy man's rake. Don't tell me this lighter's dead too now. Unreal. CCT's got a good sense of humor. In fact, you guys, anyone here that hasn't been over to Salivate Metal, Salivate Metal's live streams recently, Cyber Curtain Twitcher is a long-time member and moderator on Salivate Metal's channel, and Sal actually recently gave him his own emoji for channel members, and we call it the silver butt crack, and it's an actual picture of CCT holding on to a silver, I don't know if it's a coin or a round, clenched in his butt cheeks. And that's just the type of humor that he's got. Dang, Lassie. That really sucks. That really sucks. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is try to bring you out to that other yard. And what I need to do in order to do that is I've got to unplug this microphone, and then I got to check my settings in StreamYard just to make sure that it's going to activate on this little camera that I got. It's a French silver coin. Okay. Hey C4T. So I'm going to unplug the microphone. So let's see. Is my audio working now? You guys hear me? Testing, testing. Okay, now you hear me. Okay, so what I got to do is be careful here, but I'm going to take you out to the neighbor's yard. So just bear with me here. Let's see if we can do this. We're on our way. I think it's going to work, guys. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that worked pretty nice. So you can see I'm still plugged in directly, but I wanted to show you this here. If you search my channel, you'll see I did a video, one of the first videos I ever did, and there was a coyote that was running right along this fence line, and then he buggered off back here. But you should be able to see how much leaves have accumulated here. So we get all sorts of wildlife back here: fox, wild turkeys, tons of birds. And this will give you a little different angle on the yard here that that I've been mulching for anyone that didn't get to see. Yeah, CCT, I know. It's a good idea to mute if you got to do that. And this is actually where I grabbed that leaf that the Life's Magical Journey was asking me to show again. And this is just a little sucker, I think, that's growing off of a maple tree. But the colors are pretty cool, pretty vibrant. And if you look up there, you should be able to see we got tons of leaves to still come down. So let's see if we can head back without wiping out, tripping, messing up this live stream too much. I'm actually glad that worked out. Let's see. Oh, it's getting stuck. Just give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Yeah, the whole thing with wireless is so nice and convenient, but you just don't get as good reception. So I'm just setting back up here again now. And I think that's probably all the mulching I'm going to do here today, unless people show up and didn't get to see any of it. What I might do is just drop a link here and open the panel up if anyone else wants to come up. But the first thing I want to do is get my this microphone plugged back in, and it may just take a minute or so. So just bear with me, and then I'll drop the StreamYard link for anyone that wants to come up and say hi. But first things first, let's plug it in. Okay, so we're plugged back in. Let's just see. Testing. Yep, that should be good. And then, of course, the next issue that I might have is if that switched my audio output. But we'll see. I'll drop the StreamYard link here first. There's StreamYard. If anyone wants to come up, say hi. If you've got anything that you want to promote, whether it's on your channel or any friends. And I just want to make sure that I've got... You guys may hear an echo for a second, so just hold on. Yeah. That's good. So my audio should be good now. Ooh, good question. Big chat. It's got, what do you call it? Like rare earth magnet in it. And he's got them, they're custom made, they're absolutely beautiful, and he's got it engineered so it's at the right angle that if you put pure silver on it, it'll slide down slowly. As most people may or may not be aware, silver is only very, very, very slightly magnetic, and most of the metals that it might be, if it's fake, either are not magnetic at all or they're extremely magnetic. So if you put a fake on that silver slide, it'll either cling right to it or it'll just drop like a rock. But if it's pure silver, it'll slide down very slowly. That's right, big chap. Yep. Hey, no IQ. Okay. Well, CCT knows. He's saying it's diamagnetic. And many people in the precious metals community have bought them and do use them. I've not bought one yet, but I've definitely considered it. It's good to see no IQ as well. There's lots of different ways you can test your silver, but Cyber Curtain Twitcher's silver slide is definitely probably the coolest way. I'm going to pin that StreamYard link. Here, let's pin this. There we go. For anyone that doesn't know, hey Cyber Curtain Twitcher, if are you okay with me actually playing a little bit of a video where you're using your silver slide so people can see how it works? I'll just I'll search your channel for it right now. Hey Dave, DH Trains, good to see you. Yeah, no IQ is awesome. It's always good to see no IQ. Okay, CCT, I'm going to let you field questions here on your slide, and I'm going to share a screen so people can see where they can buy it. We're also going to share the audio tab. Okay, so this is CCT's channel right here. Want to make sure that's good. Should be good. I'm going to put it full screen. Yeah, these things are beautiful. Let's put him full screen. And I'm just going to mute up while it plays. Actually, I shouldn't need to mute up. Just let me know if it's echoing when we get her going here.
Hi viewers, I've seen so many comments on multiple videos of people asking where can I buy a CCT silver slide, so I thought I'd do a quick video to answer that question. Anyway, before I do, for those of you who don't know about the slide, let's just go over it quickly. This particular wood is Zebrano, also known as zebra wood. Probably one of my favourites, alongside Purple Heart. This actually starts life in its sawn state looking like that, and then I work my magic and make it look like this. Anyway, we'll test a couple of coins and bars for those of you who haven't seen, and those of you that have can obviously skip forward if you want. Anyway, a couple Mexican coins there. Let's do that one. And as you can see, it sticks straight to the slide, meaning it's steel or ferrous metal. Now, I don't recommend pushing this further onto the magnets because these are N52s, which are the most powerful neodymium magnets produced, and you will have a hell of a job getting that off of there. So this is probably an earlier counterfeit, because later on they tried to make them non-magnetic, because obviously people were putting magnets on and realising they were fake. There's a genuine one, and this will go slightly faster than 999 or 925 because it is only 72% silver, as many of you may know. Silver bar, let's do this Scottsdale. As you can see, it was fairly fast, but it did have a little bit of resistance. Now let's put this buffalo bar down there. As you can see, very, very slow, so we know that one's genuine, and this one is counterfeit. And the reason it has a slight resistance is because it's made of silver plated brass, and brass has a copper content, and copper is diamagnetic like silver. But it's quite a good counterfeit, but you can actually tell it's counterfeit by its thickness as well. Austrian Thaler, plenty pfakes of these around, and this one was probably made a bit later because I think this one's made from white metal, so it's not magnetic, and as you can see, when you slide it down the slide, it shoots straight off. So there's that one. Now, I have been informed that there's not just fake silver around, but there's fake CCT slides around, implying that they are made by me using the CCT brand. So anyway, I'd like to point out that virtually every single slide I've made either has the branding, or the earlier ones had the plaques. Only a handful have ever gone out without a plaque or branding, when I've had supply issues getting hold of the plaques, or when I've forgotten to brand it and lacquered it. Yes, none of us are perfect. So a few have gone out, but very, very few. So if it's a genuine CCT slide, it's going to have the plaque or the branding, and every single slide, hardwood slide I've made, they've always been made of hardwood, never made out of plywood or softwood, and the back always recesses into the sides to give a nice uniform item that can be obviously stored either way. Anyway, oh yeah, this one, Honduran rosewood. So this is a one-off, and you won't ever see another one like this, because I think the banned importing of this many years ago, and that's its natural colour and natural grain. Gorgeous piece of wood, bit of a bitch to work, but it's beautiful piece of wood. Anyway, so on to where can you get a CCT slide? Well, I do try and keep them on eBay all the time, so have a look on eBay in the US and the UK, but most of my sales come direct to me through if you go to my About tab on the video, and there's a link to my email, so you can email me, you can talk directly with me, or you can talk directly to me via Instagram if you're on Instagram. And I do have distributors around the world. Mr. Vegeta in the United States, I'll give a link to his channel. He can sell you one direct. And Mike GPO in Canada, I'll provide the link to his email also in the description, and you can speak to Mike and he can sell you a slide. I do try and get them on other British platforms like UK Silver Stackers and the Silver Forum, so they may be available on there. It just depends what stock I've got and what's happening. Anyway, hopefully all your questions answered down below, and if you have bought one, do feel free to comment how you got it direct from me, because this year alone I've sent out, I don't know how many loads to the United States, to Canada, Sweden, I think I sent one to South Korea. I think that was this year as well. Anyway, they go all over the place, so they're nearly always available. Even if we're getting low on stock, I'll try and free up some time to make a few. But anyway, I hope I've answered your questions, and thanks for watching. Bye. Here's a quick insight into the drying rack where the lacquer on the slides is left to harden. Let's have a closer look. We have Zebrano, Oak, Ash, Beech, Walnut, Mahogany, Granites, and Oak and Bamboo.
Okay, so I tried to oh, now you're unmuted. And I've just got CCT. How's it going?
Real good, thanks. How about you?
Good. I can hardly hear you, but it could just be the crappy speakers on this laptop. I'm going to put my echo cancellation on. I don't know if you can on your end as well, but I think that's what we should.
It was on. Is this better with it off?
Yeah, if there's more than one person on the panel, then it's best off to have echo cancellation checked. Where it's
gotcha.
Make sure it's checked.
Okay.
Okay. And so I'm going to drop CCTs down now. And there we go. So, yeah, just so I can hear you. Everyone else may be able to hear you well, but I don't have my usual stereo system hooked up to my computer. It's just the crappy laptop speakers. So I've got the volume cranked.
I see. I'll try to speak up.
Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Pretty good. I was glad to see you're streaming. I was feeling sort of lonely. The life of a truck driver gets lonely.
I bet. I'm sure your radio and your music through your phone are probably very good friends while you're on the road.
Yes, for sure. Yep.
It's great to see
just
Nick.
Getting back to the Just getting back to the lot with the load of broken glass in the dump trailer.
Nice.
And yeah. But,
well, I'm glad that you came up. I wanted to quick say hi to Nickel Stacking and the Simone Watchman as well. They both have great channels for anyone that hasn't linked up with them. So what do you got on tap for tonight?
Oh, me? Uh,
Yeah.
oh, I should just be taking care of animals, I guess. It rained so much yesterday, it was hard to do anything. But yeah, I, gosh, I feel like I'm not really ready for winter because
Yeah.
it's been so warm. I feel like, oh, I got plenty of time. But it's like winter's gonna come all of a sudden, like it usually does here.
Yeah, it's nice here too. I saw your comment earlier saying the weather's probably around 60 or 65 Fahrenheit where you are too.
Yep.
But I know we're getting an Arctic blast here next week.
Oh, us too. I guess we're gonna have 40s and 30s all of a sudden
Yep.
starting next week. Yeah. And goodness, it's gosh, this year is winding down.
It is. Yep, it's coming quick. Halloween's in just what 5 or 6 days. And,
Yeah.
American Thanksgiving's coming up really soon too. We already had
Oh
Thanksgiving here.
yes. Oh, you already did.
Yeah, they do it about a month earlier here, and I guess part of the reason is because autumn tends to hit a little bit earlier too.
Oh yeah, I bet it does. Because you're.
So I was talking earlier about your video there with the hillbilly that stopped by the end of your driveway.
Oh yeah,
And
I actually took it private just because a couple neighbors were unhappy that because they know the guy and they felt it was too embarrassing to him, And I thought, well, okay, I kind of made my point, and so I'll take it down just to not pour gas on the fire and just even though it's one of my most popular videos, but it's like, okay, I'll take it down because I don't want to stir things up too much. And
okay, now don't delete it. Like I realize you took it private, but I don't know
yeah.
if you know. You can go into a YouTube studio, and in edit video, you can add a blur. So you can blur out his face and you can blur out his license plate, and then take it public again.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that wouldn't be too difficult, and then
It's
everybody's happy.
yeah, it's a little bit finicky. It took me a little while to figure out the blur, and you can only no, you can do multiple blurs. Um, it's like
Oh,
YouTube Studio is not really the best video editing platform in the world, but there is a
oh
blur
yeah.
feature in there, and you might even be able to blur it if you still have the video on your phone. You may be able to blur it
Oh,
right on
I
your
don't
phone.
think okay, so there's options. Yeah, I won't delete it. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I figured, well, maybe I'll come up with something even better. Sometimes, it's like I don't worry too much about. It's kind of like, well, you delete stuff and you make some new stuff.
yeah. Um, in fact, if you put it, oh, I was gonna say if you put it unlisted, I could blur it for you and then send it back to you blurred. But that might actually be more of a hassle than I think if you got half an hour sometime, go in and see if you can blur that one, because that way you'll know how to do it. And
Oh yeah,
your laugh in that was infectious. It was just fantastic. I loved it.
I see. Well, I
And I saw,
appreciate that. Yeah.
yeah, I would have loved to have shared that here, similar to how I shared CCT's video. And now that I've got this upgraded computer here, before I was just operating on a Chromebook, and so I've upgraded. So now because of that, and because I got fast internet and I'm plugged right in, when I'm live, I can do a lot more stuff like that, effectively sharing people's content. And I'm thinking about doing, on average, maybe one stream every other week, where it's just purely promoting other people's channels. And it'll only be other people that are moderators already on my channel, or people that I know pretty well. But I'd like to do an hour or two of that, say every other week, just sharing their videos or having them up on the panel and promoting their channel. So there you go. And you're welcome to too. If you've got any videos that you've got coming up, or that you just recently did that you want to promote, go for it.
Unpark this. Maybe I can show you guys that. I'm parking this beast. I see someone else is backing down to the cullet shed where we dump the broken glass. I'll have to wait for him.
Yeah, and I think most of the people in here are familiar with Lassie Farm, but just for anyone that's not familiar with him, maybe watching the playback, he's a truck driver. He's the driving force in the American economy, and he's also got a cool farm. It's kind of like a homestead. I think we just lost him either due to reception or because he's pulling into the yard right now. But definitely a good guy, and he's got a cool channel. Nickel Stacking's got a great channel too. Almost everyone in here has a channel. It's right on. So if you're still there listening in the background, Stefan, I'll keep an eye out for you popping back up. And yeah, actually, we're starting to get a little bit of rain here now too. It's just a little bit of spitting rain. I'm not too worried about it yet, but if it starts coming down, I may have to shut this off and relocate. Actually, I got to put that lawnmower away too. Glad I got some of this mulching done before this rain. Every little bit helps. And once you got that mulched, it makes it so much easier for Mother Nature to break it down. Any lawn with this many leaves on it, if you don't mulch it or rake it up, clean it, you'll end up with a mud pit in the spring. It's too bad that I wonder if Blue Unicorn is still here. Because if Blue Unicorn is still here, I'd play one of his videos here so you guys could see what he's got going on. Austrian Stacker, good to see you. Sorry I missed you. Let's add you as a moderator. How did I miss Austrian Stacker? I saw Austrian Stacker on the one side. But I don't see him here. Thanks, Simone. Yep, if there's something you wanted me to play from your channel, feel free. If you want to drop a link for any relatively short video, I'll play it here right now if you want. Oh, look at this. We got Simone.
What's up, man?
Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm over here in this waiting room getting my car worked on. Couldn't
Gotcha.
couldn't figure it out, man. Small checks, you know, these in order to register a vehicle, these small regulations are ridiculous. It's hard with the older cars. Can you hear me okay?
I'm having a tough time hearing you, but it's just because the speakers on this laptop are weak.
Oh, okay. Because I'm on this thing, so I don't know if you guys are hearing me okay.
Yeah, if anyone in the chat can just let us know if Simone's audio sounds okay.
No, I didn't hoot holler, hoot owl. She said something on my windshield. So, you know, in California, everything is going electric, right? Um, so it's just convenient that as I'm, you know, needing parts for an older vehicle, I have a truck that's a 2004 and pretty much the same version, the car, but a 2011 and an SUV version. And it's getting harder and harder to find parts now, you know, if you have a gas car. So there's that. But yeah, there was no windshield hoot. I just sold the car.
Damn.
Yeah, that bad.
Hold on, buddy.
Hope
I'll
you.
be right back. I just noticed my battery's really low. I got to plug in
Okay.
my charger. Just give me a minute. I'll be right back.
Yeah, getting products at O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's is my store. Big chap. I love O'Reilly's. Yeah. Okay, you can hear me good. Very good. I love O'Reilly's, man. They hook me up every now and then. Uh, you know, so could hook up. You know, if I need something done and I'm about to pay for some tools, they're like,
One
"Hey,
more
buddy,
minute.
you know, just buy this kit and take what you need and bring the rest back and get your refund." I'm like, "Wow, are you supposed to be telling me this?" But I appreciate it. What do you think, chap? Is it supposed to have an S? I remember with an S, and
There we go.
I live right next to O'Reilly's, and everybody in there that works at O'Reilly's, you know, I come in, they go, "Welcome to O'Reilly's," and I asked one of them, I was like, "Hey, didn't it used to have an S on it?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I think they changed brands like in 2012. They changed the name of the store." Really? They just took the S off? That's weird. And I was like, what is it, like a legal issue or someone else already had that name? So they had to modify the name O'Reilly or what? But no, they didn't have an answer. They just said that they did change the name of the company. Hey, especially my podcast. See you, bro. Uh, yeah, I sold the car. As soon as there were enough parts that couldn't be replaced, I sold it. It was a beautiful truck. Too. Missed that.
It's always stressful when you got to get work done. You're always hoping that they'll do it right and it won't cost too
Yeah,
much.
this one, uh, this one is I don't know how to say it. There's something that I needed to get done and it couldn't get done. So
Yep.
there's a special guy who does it. Here I am.
I hear you, man. So what
Yes,
Lassie Farm is
all right.
showing us there is he drives truck and he delivers glass and then he also picks up that's all broken glass and I think it's all being recycled and then I think it's going to be turned into new glass.
Oh, that's
Yes.
dope.
Yep. Gets made into new glass right here at the plant. Yeah. There's the smokestack from where they melt it down. And goodness.
Pretty
But
cool.
Where'd you get all
Samoan,
that glass?
oh, from another glass plant over in Minnesota. And then we bring it back here to Wisconsin, and yep, it gets made into new glass.
Clean that yellow cinders at the bottom. I'll come and get it right now.
Thanks, bro.
Okay. Tell us all the story.
And that's a very good point, Mrs. Unspecified. So many products that people think when they put in recycling, they think it's getting recycled, and the vast majority are not.
Oh, I know. They make it such a headache to separate everything
Yep.
when you go to the dump. I don't have home trash service. I got to take it to the dump myself. But then I hear they actually put it all on the same truck and haul it away after you separated all of it. It's almost like they're just making us jump through hoops.
Yeah, I think they sort out the stuff that they want, like aluminum. I know for sure aluminum gets recycled, but a lot of the plastics do not. So,
Yeah.
Simone, was there any video or anything that you wanted me to play or promote here at all today?
Not really, man. I got a lot of unfinished projects I need to get up there.
Okay.
Nothing yet.
Okay.
Oh, I finally finished my chief staff. That took me a year.
Well, anyone that has not checked out the Simone Watchman, it's got a great deep bass voice for singing, and he plays bass. And he's come on some of the open mic and karaoke shows, and I don't want to butter him up too much, but a lot of the ladies start getting goosebumps and a little weak in the legs when they hear him singing, especially the the romantic songs. And so we love Simone.
Yeah, that's a lot of butter, and thank you. Appreciate it. You said knife addict?
Yeah.
That's some.
Oh, unspecified. You want Simone's link dropped? I'll drop that for you. I think Simone's got a sketchy reception there. And I did drop Lassie Farms link earlier, and he dropped a few as well.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm going to drop Simone Watchman's channel as well. He keeps up with a lot of current affairs and geopolitical things as well, but he's doing more of that content on a separate channel. So there, I've just dropped Simone Watchman's channel link there. I encourage everyone to check it out, subscribe. All the good stuff. Yeah.
There's my GoPro.
Oh, you got a GoPro 9. Nice.
Yep, it's been pretty good so far.
I wanted to address Hoot Owl's question that she had in the chat a couple minutes ago about whether we're getting snow or ice. I don't think we're getting any snow or ice in the next week or so, but I heard Halloween night we might get a little bit. Give it a couple more weeks, another month or so, and you'll see this backyard will have snow, and I'm going to actually start doing some igloos. And Lassie Farm is going to be bringing us videos of what it's like being a truck driver when a lot of people that are out on the road don't know how to drive in snow.
Yes, that'll be interesting. And I've got my dust mask ready for when I dump the broken glass is called cullet. C-U-L-L-E-T is what we call it. But
okay.
And yeah,
that's a good idea. You don't want to be breathing that in.
I got my safety glasses, and yep. Plus, I've got my skunk. Safety skunk.
You know, Stefan, in so many of your videos, I've seen that thing sitting in the passenger seat. And I've always wondered what the heck it was. I think I even asked you once, but I don't think
Oh,
that he's just your mascot, or
yes, and it's actually a puppet, although it must be made for small hands because it's hard to get your fingers in there. There he goes. I should do a puppet show on my channel.
you know, what would actually be really cool is if you could somehow rig that and put a bottle of mace or pepper spray in it, and then if you ever need it, it's not you pepper spraying anyone; it's the skunk, right? The person
See,
got skunked.
that's not a bad idea. Yeah.
I don't always have good ideas, but I frequently have ideas that are questionable.
It's actually, I think I got some of that handy.
Good call. I was considering making a homemade pepper spray and then putting it in what do they call it, like the super soakers, like the squirt guns.
Oh, that would be brutal.
Well, as you know, like we're not here in Canada, we're not allowed to have firearms for self-defense at all. The only two reasons you can have a firearm here is for target practice and for hunting while in season.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's pretty
So
strict.
a lot of us get fairly creative on some of our self-defense products, and that was one of the ideas I had.
Oh, I see. Wow. Yeah, there's a truck down there dumping his cullet, so I gotta wait till he's out of there. And although I don't think the reception will work where I could live stream this, I think I'll just record a short like I've done before while I'm down there and dumping it. Make the glass makes a lot of noise and dust and
Yeah.
but yep, and they run the furnace on this plant on natural gas, and I was told the gas bill to run this place is $1 million a month.
$1 million a month to do what?
Just for the natural gas to run the furnace to make the glass.
Holy snake. Well, that makes sense though, because it's going to use a lot to melt that down, right?
Yep, I haven't gotten a tour yet. I need to do that. They said I could anytime I wanted to, just because I don't actually work for the glass company. We're a small trucking outfit that this is our only customer. We haul for them, but we don't.
Yep.
Our paycheck doesn't come straight from them.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice in a way, because it's like you work here, but I don't have to necessarily take a lot of crap from them, right? It's like I can say, well, I don't work here, so I can, I can do what I want. Although I wouldn't mind being on their dental plan, though.
Yeah.
Would be nice. Kind of get shorted there. But how many people do you got?
What, watching right now?
Yeah.
According to StreamYard, there's 14 watching. Thanks everybody for stopping by.
Oh, cool. Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I've found the longer you keep your stream going, the higher probability that you'll get lots of people in there.
Oh.
But it depends on the timing too. I found this is a decent time of day for me to live stream because later on in the evening, that's when everybody starts going live. And it's amazing, man. Like, I'm subscribed to almost 700 people or channels, rather. And at any given time, there's anywhere from 15 to 30 people live streaming.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't know how many subscriptions I have, but I tend to subscribe to anything and everything that I even like just a little bit. Like I figured, well, what, I don't turn notifications on, but I subscribe, and I don't know how to. I'd be curious to know how many I have. It's got to be many hundreds.
Yep.
Hundreds and hundreds.
Yep. For unspecified podcast, as far as being a moderator on my channel, the main objective is just it gives you the ability to click on anyone else in the chat, and then a thing will come up. You can go to their channel and subscribe. I haven't had really any issues where I really needed heavy duty moderating, but yeah, if you see spam bots, just time them out. Or if someone new comes in and they start going off, just time them out. And then I'll deal with it. Sometimes when I'm busy, I don't get the chance to. I don't actually see everything that happens. But
yep. Well, I suppose like an early morning live stream probably wouldn't be too popular because people aren't up.
well, I was watching one of those channel creators. I think it was Nick Nimmin or one of the other guys, and they were saying like between 11 a.m. and 12 noon is one of the best times, at least for uploading videos. But
I think, yeah, I was looking at my analytics and I noticed, and it showed when people are watching my stuff, and that was like the prime time was middle of the day.
Yeah.
Right about noon seemed to be about the best.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to know. Like, all you need is 2 or 3 really popular channels in your network to go live at the same time, and it doesn't really matter what you do. They're going to get the traffic.
I see.
But who knows?
Yeah.
I've not had very good luck with the algorithm recently on my long form videos or the short videos. A lot of them have really tanked, and a lot of other content creators have been saying a similar thing. But
I've noticed like some stuff that I didn't put like any effort into at all. I just thought, this will get like 3 views, and it gets like over 1,000 views, and then something I really think is good, and it'll, then that one gets 3 views. So it's like I can't predict what
exactly
it's gonna do good.
Exactly. So it looks like we lost the Simone Watchman, who was up on panel earlier. He's getting some work done on his truck, and I think the reception where he was at wasn't very good. But definitely appreciate the Simone Watchman as well. And of course, I appreciate you, Lassie, and everyone here.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I got my earplugs too for when I dump the glass.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, some years back, one of our guys dumping a trailer just like this one, and he forgot to untarp it. This has an automatic tarp that, and he started to dump it, and the whole thing went over the trailer, the tractor, everything on its side because the glass had nowhere to go. That was not good. Luckily, he wasn't hurt.
I was thinking all that broken glass might actually shred the tarp, but I guess it's probably a heavy-duty tarp.
Yeah, pretty heavy duty, but it can cut it. But yeah, and we have some other trailers with the end dump type. This is a side dump that's a lot safer. It just, but the end dump that goes way up high to dump, one of our employees some years back, that thing tipped over and she got some broken ribs and stuff. So
I just made my screen full screen here because I noticed there's a squirrel hopping around in the backyard. Wanted you guys to see that. I figured it like this, it's probably a little more difficult. He's a little camouflaged in there. But...
well, he's wondering what happened to all the leaves. He's saying, "What the heck?
Yeah.
What happened to all my leaves?"
Well, they go around the neighbor's place that have all the bird feeders charged, and they fill up their cheeks with all the bird seed and all that jazz. Then they come over here and they dig little holes in the backyard here and bury it. And then we'll see them early in the spring digging that stuff up and eating it.
Oh yes, I used to have a tame squirrel when I lived in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis area, and it would eat out of my hand, and I saw it for several years. And I'd give them peanuts in the shell.
Yep.
And they'd go hide them a lot of times. Although then the neighbor complained, he's like, my gutter on my house, on the eaves, it's just crammed full of peanuts. Like
yep.
Squirrels and blue jays were putting them up there. He was like, stop it. You're killing me.
Yep. Hoot Owl. Lassie Farm, his name is Stefan, but a few people encouraged him to change his channel name from Stefan to Lassie Farm. And he works for a trucking company. I think it's actually, you work for the glass company, right?
Well, that's our main or really only customer, but I just work for the small trucking company.
Okay.
Yeah, and my boss, he owns actually 15 or so trucks now, keeps adding more. So it's not quite such a small company anymore. And that's a pretty good gig.
Well, I'll tell you what, Stefan, if I was the owner of that trucking company, I think that in order for anyone to get hired there, they would have to go through a driving and safety course with you as the official person that gives a yay or nay as to whether they're competent or not. Because
yeah, I have suggested some training would be good, because it's pretty informal here, and sometimes people get hired and don't necessarily know what they're doing.
Yep. And I think I told you, I worked for a building supply company when I was in my late teens, delivering drywall, insulation, bricks, all that sort of thing. And so it was a flatbed truck with one of those hydraulic booms on it.
Oh yeah.
And they wanted me to get my here it's called a DZ, and then your AZ license for air brake.
I see that on the side of the Canadian trucks. There's a lot of Canadian big rigs that come through here. Yeah. And they say hiring AZ drivers.
Yeah.
And at first I thought, Arizona. It's like, no, that's not Arizona.
I think DZ is your air brake, and then it includes up to certain length and certain weight. And then your AZ will give you so you can even have the double trailer. But that's how they rate it here. But the point I was going to make is, man, some of those drivers that building supply company hired were brutal. Like, they go out of their way to get their trucks stuck in the construction sites just so they could have a 3-hour break waiting to get it towed.
That's not good. Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sure at a construction site there's a gazillion ways to get stuck or get into some kind of trouble.
Hey, Simone, regarding rabbit, I was at a fall fair in Toronto 20, 30 years ago, and they had it was rabbit pot pie. It's kind of like chicken pot pie, and it was absolutely fantastic. I'd have a tough time hunting a rabbit and prepping it, to eat it because they're so darn cute. But I can tell you they're super, super tasty.
Well, if things get bad enough, I've got rabbits around my place. Right.
Yeah. What do you do with the rabbits? Are they just sort of like extra pets, or do you actually process them?
I don't eat them. No, but yeah, they're free range and live in the barn, and the dogs protect them from predators. And I've got a lot of videos with Nutmeg and Blackjack and Lucky.
They like the wheat thins.
Yes, you're the one that named Lucky. I saw him this morning. It was still raining a little this morning. He came looking for his wheat thins, and I gave him some in the dark before I left for work. Yep. And
so basically, you're providing a sanctuary for them, just giving them a good life.
Yes. Oh, yep. They've got shelter and food, and water, and yeah.
That's very cool. Hey Neil, it's good to see you too. You're showing up right at the end here. I'm going to have to shut this down fairly soon because the spitting rain is continuing. I don't know if you can see that. But Neil, you may need to watch the playback because I already took the leaf blower as per your suggestion. I was hoping you'd get to see that. And then we mulched a lot of this. We got about half done this yard, and now it's starting to rain. Not too bad, but if the rain keeps picking up, I'll have to shut this down in a couple, like 2 or 3 minutes. And if it just keeps spitting, we're probably okay for another 5 or 10. But
as I said, JM, well, thank you very much.
Good one.
I think that'd be a good name for like a gardening store, garden supply.
Yeah, exactly. We appreciate you so much. Well, that's what the lawn's saying right now. It's like, oh, JM, thanks so much.
Well, that's a lot of leaves to get. By getting the lawn, will absorb it.
Yeah, if you don't mulch it, it won't. And you'll end up with clumps of rotting leaves in the spring. And it's nasty. It basically turns into mud. But if I mulch it down nice and fine, kind of like that middle layer there, we're still going to get a lot more come down. But
I see there's a lot of leaves up there still.
Oh yeah. But then in the spring, and it helps level out the yard a bit too. And of course, then the worms go. The earthworms are crawling through there, and if it's mulch, they can break that down a lot easier. It was good to see you, Simone. Sorry, I'm missing a lot of comments here, but I appreciate everyone here.
It's probably hard to do all that at once. Sometime I got to try a live stream someday, but I can't quite imagine juggling all that. And it's kind of nice to be able, when you're just making a video, you get to decide, you start it, you stop it, you whatever. But live, it's like, live, whatever happens.
That's right. And the first, almost all of my original live streams, I always set it as age restricted. So that meant anyone that was going to watch it had to be signed in, and they had to, at some point when they originally signed into YouTube, they would have had to show a date of birth that means they're 18 or over. And that takes a little bit of stress out, that if someone comes in and starts going off, that YouTube's not going to give you a strike because you've already made it age restricted. But,
I see.
Yep, I encourage you to try doing a live stream. You'll definitely, I think, be happier if you do it on a computer than through your phone.
Oh, yeah, because mobile, or like you said, Wi-Fi, not so good. You need a good connection.
Yep, well, and then you get the full screen too, right? Like right now you can see on yours, it's the portrait. Portrait view. On the computer, it'll give you the full screen. But then, and that's what a lot of people do, they'll live stream off their computer, and then they'll also have their phone going as well. But that can get a little complicated. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but this rain is continuing to persist. And so I want to get my microphone and computer and lawnmower and leaf blower and all that stuff put away before it starts really coming down. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I gotta get to work anyways here. So I probably should take off.
CCT's heading to bed too. Thanks so much for coming up, Stefan. I know I cut you off every once in a while. Part of it is because I can't hear you quite as much, and part of it is I think there might just be a bit of a delay. But I do appreciate you.
No worries. You made my afternoon a lot brighter, my friend. Thank you.
It's always nice chatting with you, and I'm glad. I hope your day goes well in the evening. I hope you can sit back and relax. If there's nothing going on, I might fire up another live stream in an hour or so.
Okay.
I'd like to do an open mic. Although I kind of wanted to get a bunch of people in the music community to kind of agree on a good time to do that, so I can get a good panel of 5-6 people up. But we'll just see. We'll take it by ear.
Okay. All right. Well, we will catch you later then.
Sounds good, buddy. Have a good night. Enjoy, and we may see you later on tonight.
Okay. Thank you, Jam. We'll see you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks, Life's Magical Journey, Hoot Owl, 79, Nickel Stacking, Mike Herrera, Bob Thompson, No IQ, CCT, Unspecified Podcast, Simone, Neil, Mike Herrera. I think I said Nickel Stacking. Who else did we have in here? We had lots of good people in here. Bob Thompson. I might be repeating people's names now. But Mrs. Unspecified was here as well. I'm just scrolling back through to make sure I don't miss. Big Chap was here. Big Chap's awesome. Astawa was here. Just going to run through these. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. So thanks again, everybody, for being here. I'm going to shut this down momentarily. Hope you all have a good night. And like I said, I may fire up another live stream in an hour or so. Do a little bit of open mic or something to that effect. We'll see you all soon. Have a great night. Be well.
forward to being on your channel again. It's the winner.